Hi, friends. Guess what? I'm Grandma Lolly. Probably just going to be Lolly, but I guess technically Grandma Lolly. I am so excited. My daughter just gave birth to the most beautiful little boy. He's so cute. Wait, I'm going to show you a picture because he's scrumptious. Just scrumptious. Um, I went over this morning. She probably thinks I'm a horrible person because I just got home. It's 20 minutes to 9. And so I fed the cat. Something's on the lens again. And the cat eats at 5. So I'm like, oh, just so you guys know, I didn't feed the cat this morning until right before I left. And they're like, oh, okay. They're never going to leave their child with me. They're going to think I'm going to starve it. All right. In fairness, I didn't eat all day either. And then at like 6:30, between 6:30 and 7, I picked up dinner for my son-in-law on the way back because my daughter gets fed there at the hospital. I'm like, is the food fine? I can get food for you. She's like, no, it's fine here. I said, all right. So I got him some Chick-fil-A and I got myself Chick-fil-A at the same time, which was so good. Why? How is it that Chick-fil-A tastes that good? It's got to be the breading, right? I bet a Chick-fil-A grilled sandwich isn't nearly as good. Let me know if you've had one. I can't bring myself to do it because the nuggets, I don't like chicken nuggets in general. To me, they taste chewy and like these, I could eat 50 of them in one sitting, no problem. Oh my. So, and then I went thrifting. I had something to pick up on that side of town because that was on closer to the west side of town. So I had a pickup, which is a shower curtain, which I haven't opened up yet. It's still in the bag. Praying that the blue is going to seem like it's going to kind of match that carpet that I got, that I thrifted the other day, but I don't think I talked to you about it. So then I said, so I'm going to go pick something up because I thought I was going to be here yesterday. And then I figured I'd come back today, and I just arranged to pick this shower curtain up at 1 o'clock. But I wrote her back and said I'm going to pick it up closer to 2 to 3 because I stayed at the hospital for a while because I just had to hold that baby longer. It's so cute. And that first 24 hours after they're born and they're all groggy, there's no crying really. They're just like out of it. It was good. So then I said, and so because I'm going to be on that side of town by Belmead and Bellevue, I'm going to the Goodwill. They have a good Goodwill over there. I spent way too much money at the Goodwill. In fact, while I do this, I'm going to be cutting tags off so I can multitask because, yes, I still haven't done my soap notes from Wednesday. What is this? Friday evening. I never go to bed without doing them on Wednesday. I have never gone this long, but this is what it is. And then I sent this picture because they look like they were almost brand new. These cute shoes. All right, let me see if I can get it so that you can see them. There we go. They're Disney. They have, aren't those the cutest shoes? I think they were. I'm trying to get it. There we go. There we go. Look how cute those are. She's going to a conference at Disneyland in July. I don't know when. I can't remember. She just got it approved for CEUs from her work. And I know her husband's taking off, and he's, I don't know if they're going together and then coming back together or if he's meeting her out there, but she's extending and taking some PTO days after the conference and going to spend a couple days at Disneyland. Someplace I've never been. I've been to Disney World probably, I don't know, 8 times in my life. Never been to Disneyland. And I was even there. I stayed down the street. I looked out the balcony to my hotel when my mom and I were staying at this one hotel for a few days before she flew back when my daughter went to college there. She kind of came out with me as part of the trip to help get her all situated. My husband was starting back to work, and it was the, first month of school, which is the crazy time. So my mom's like, I'll go. Our hotel, you'd hear boom at night, and you open up and out, looking out the window. It's like your own private firework display. Some of those houses have amazing fireworks every night. Every night. Can you imagine living in one of those houses around there and just seeing that every night? It'd be so cool. It'd be kind of magical. It'd be weird to grow up like that because you would just assume that everybody sees fireworks every night. So I just thought for sure for $9, she's going to be like, yes, I want them. She's like, I want to make sure that my feet are comfortable. So I'm just going to go with my comfortable shoes. Okay. The brand was Disney. So they were like bought at Disney World or Disneyland or something at some point. So I didn't get them. Anyway, what made me think of that? Oh, because I was going to pull up a picture of the baby. Oh gosh, there's so many cute pictures of him. Okay, first, here is right when I walked in and grabbed him. So here we are together. Hold on. I'll try to get close and then pull out. It seems to focus the best. Wait, do this. All right. So that's he's just adorable. Just absolutely adorable. And mom is doing great, and baby's doing great, and dad's doing great. I feel like my daughter's doing better than I did after my first delivery. So kudos to her. Very proud of her. Now, the only hesitation I have is that this looks pretty white and the room is kind of cream, but that's not the end of the world because I can always throw some tea bags in a bucket and soak it in there and make it be a little bit more brownish if I need to. But the color blue is what I want. It's going to be pretty with the little bit of green. I don't know. I'll hang it up as is. I'll leave it like that for a while and then see. But yep, that's the blue that's in the carpet. So that makes me happy. $10 for the shower curtain. I do have to buy a liner eventually, and then behind this laptop is the largest pile of clothes. I went out of control. I already have some regrets. I spent way too much money. But some of that stuff I really needed. Listen, the room was cold. And Adam even said at one point, he goes, is it kind of cold in here? I'm like, I was thinking it's kind of cold for a baby. Now, the baby was double swaddled, so he was fine. And he's like, I warmed it up twice last night. I go, you warmed it up twice last night because he always runs hot, my son-in-law. But my daughter, throughout this pregnancy, has run hotter than my son-in-law. She's like, if I get pregnant this easy, then I know I can calculate when I'm going to get pregnant, and I'm going to see to it that I am never pregnant during the summer. She goes, because this winter I've been so hot, and luckily it's been winter. And I said, yeah, it was pretty miserable. Only my son I was pregnant over the summer with, and it was, yeah, there was no cooling down. It was rough. But I was getting ready to walk out, and on the end cap was hanging this, and I could tell that somebody had just like put it back, like they didn't want to hang it back up. And so I don't think they meant to, because it wasn't buttoned nice or anything, but I grabbed it because it had a blue tag, and the blue tags were 50% off. So I got it for $3.50, but look how cute it is. Isn't that adorable? For $3.50, it's like a little coat, but it's just like a sweater coat thing. I don't know. But if it gets cold, the other thing I thought of is if it gets cold here again, now it was 73, I think today. I can take this off now. So I took it into the hotel room when I went back with the dinner and put it on. I'm like, that'll be good for later tonight in case it's cold in the room. I still have some of my sweet tea. That's a special treat. Sweet tea is sent straight from above. All right, so let me tell you a little bit more about the day, and there's not a whole lot to catch you up on because I don't have a whole lot of projects or things. Got a couple pajama bottoms. I got two of the same things. Like normally I would just force myself to make a decision and not take both. I started thinking like, well, maybe I'll take one at home because I have a lot of pajamas where the bottoms are like gray, and one of them is kind of wearing out, so I figured these would be nice. Pretty much everything is $7 now. There's very few things. Well, no, it used to be 8 or 6, and almost everything in the store was 7 now. It's like they got rid of the 8. And and they went with just a 6. I did get 2 pairs of jeans, and that makes me happy, because they're very thin, so they'll be good for summer. And I can roll them up so they're like more summer jeans. I don't have a lot of summer jeans. The one pair of really thin summer jeans that I do have the knees kind of ripped out, which I do believe is no longer in vogue. Anyway, so these are $8.99. I take that back. So there is a second price. So it's $6.99 and $8.99. No longer is your Goodwill $5.99 and $7.99. Inflation. They don't even have to like use gas or anything to move things around. Why are they worried about it? Anyway, I guess everybody's increasing prices. It's just the way it is. You can get yourself upset about it and complain about the prices, or you can just make it work. So here's the other pair of jeans over here. I have this same shirt already in blue, and I like the color blue. It's like a country blue, sort of like the blue on there. And then there was this one in green. But I like the blue one so much. This is what I did. First, I decided I'm going to look and see what jeans I can get. I was in the wrong aisle. I was in the mediums. I'm all into myself thinking I'm a medium. I'm not. I never went to the large aisle. I should have, because I bet I could have found something good over there because they have good stuff. I didn't. So I didn't get, in terms of the jeans, I only got those 2 pairs of blue jeans, and I don't know. I wanted a pair, kind of like the pair I'm wearing right now, which are dark, like a dark blue, and just a straight leg. Might just have to order some online. Okay, I lied. Here's a $5.99. I'm going to put these in different piles. Not that I need to. I know how much I spent, and let me tell you, it's a lot. Now, it's been 2 years since I've been to that Goodwill, so I feel justified a little bit. Anyway, that's what I'm going to say. And that's what I told the guy at the register when he's like, you got a lot of stuff today. I said, I haven't been here in 2 years. I should have just said, I haven't thrifted in 2 years. No, I shouldn't have said that. That would have been a lie. That's not true. Got a nice little Gap shirt. So what I was looking for after, okay, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Woo! I think out of all these clothes, let me tell you, there's a lot. And I got a couple things for the townhome. Out of all these clothes, I think, we'll see as I cut them off. I think my sweater and one other item was a blue tag, 50% off. And they didn't do the 99-cent one down here. Have all Goodwills done away with that? Here's the other thing I didn't do. Okay, I'm going to tell you how much I spent. Don't judge me. I spent $200. It was like $203 or something after tax. It was under $200 before tax. If I would have gone to Thrift Smart, they charge no tax. I would have saved $16. But the Thrift Smart, there's one not far from my daughter's house. So that's basically where we do thrift now, since this Goodwill is so far away. So after I did the jeans, then I looked at the house stuff and everything. I can tell you what I got there. I don't have it here to show you. And then I went and looked at like pants, slacks, and I did get some good stuff there. I started thinking, this summer, I'm not going to wear a lot of shorts, I don't think. I think I want to wear more slacks, which doesn't make much sense. But you look at places like Saint-Tropez and certain West Palm Beach and that, they always have big palazzo pants and cottony, airy. The thing is, linen wrinkles so much, so I don't like linen. But cotton would be good. And so I got a whole bunch of thinner. I was just looking for like maybe even some white jeans to wear in the summer that are thinner. Oh, she's eating again. She takes little breaks and goes back. So cute. So I got a lot of good ones like that. And then I went to the blouses and tops. And when I went to the blouses and tops, I went through and tried to find everything that would have a sleeve that was a little bit longer, because the bat wings are hanging more and more. And I have a feeling I'm going to be like my grandmother on my dad's side. And most of my characteristics in my body, my face, my posture, like so much, my rib cage, like I can name a whole bunch of things, my mouth. So much of me is my father's side. That grandma, her arms hung down to like here. Like, I don't think it's getting any better. I can try. I can work at it. I know. I can maybe make it better. I can't see it happening. It's possible. Are these called Helen Keller's? No. Nicole Miller. I'm like, Helen Keller's a brand? So I've just come to the realization it's not going to happen. Now, when I was working on some exercises and workout things and that, my one son-in-law, my other son-in-law, who's a physical therapist, was saying, oh, you could do this. And he's like giving me all these things that I could do, right? Here's another pair. These are good for summer, right? Because they roll up and they look summery and they're very, very thin. So I can wear that in the summer, even on a really hot day with a cooler top. So he's telling me all this stuff, my son-in-law, that I can do in that. And I just looked at him. I'm like, Matt, I can't do all that stuff. And he's like, well, no, you got, oh no, I understand that. Like, I can't. He's like, there are people much older than you that are running marathons and that. And I said, I know. That's not me. I am aware that if somebody came and put a gun to my head, I could work out strenuously every day. But short of that gun to my head, there's not much that's going to get me to do that. One, I'm just too freaking busy. I'm sorry. And so when I have a free moment, out of the plethora of things I can choose from that still need to get done, that like, here's the must do today, here's the should have done yesterday, better hurry up and get it done because it needs to get done. And then there's the huge pile of all these things need to get done. Get to it soon, Jenny. That's what I go to when I have free time. If we throw any kind of strenuous workout in there, it's going to end up at the bottom of that pile. It's never going to happen. Never going to happen. I'm telling you. So I just let them know. It's not like I'm trying to be difficult or anything. I know me. I know how exhausted I already feel at the end of a day. I know how much I'm doing already. And to add something that I don't want to do, I just can't see myself doing it. He kind of looked at me like, oh, you're going to get patients and clients like this that are just going to be like, I'm aware it's a possibility. We have to be looking into reality. This was really kind of cute. This is the only blouse, I think, with long sleeves that I got, but they're like long puffies. Isn't that cute? Those are cute sleeves. The style. Anyone that watches Sister Wives, we always talk about Robin Brown and her flowered tops. And I was making fun of flowered tops for the longest time until I looked in my closet and realized I had flowered tops. But it's different. Like the style of them is different. Hers feels so old lady. Like my grandmother would have never worn this sleeve. She wouldn't have done it. But it's brown. You know, I like brown. All right. Anyway. So, oh, look at this pair of pants. How cute are these? Still has an original tag. I don't even know what brand that is. Karakorum? Karakorum. I don't know. But kind of cute, aren't they? These cute pants. And then they got a big leg. So this is what I was looking for. Something really, really thin like this and flowy. And then I could just get like a white shirt or a blue shirt or something to go along with it. So when I was in the shirt aisle, the first thing that I was looking for is sleeves that were longer. What was more important than finding a color that matched this well is making sure that I had a sleeve that I didn't feel self-conscious in. And especially if I'm going to wear it to church or wear it someplace nice, it's one thing when you're just hanging around the neighborhood or hanging around your house, or maybe even just running up to the grocery store or whatever. But like when you're going someplace nice, you want to feel decent. And so I was looking for shirts that had the longer sleeves. And then after that, what was my other criteria? Oh, I just wanted to see if it's like something I would wear. So like a longer sleeve is something I wear. And then when I was in the changing room and afterwards, I was trying to find things that would go with the different pants that I got. Because if you have a printed pant like this, you can't have a printed top too. Well, you could do anything you want these days. But I feel like when you get to be my age and you wear a printed pant like that, and then you have a funky plaid top, you look crazy. When you're in your 20s and 30s, you're trendy and you're cool and you're edgy. When you're in your 50s and above, you're the crazy old lady. Maybe she can't see that well. Maybe she can't see colors. So I got one shirt that might go with these pants. There you go. I got something. It's cute. And it had the nice sleeves. It's a little dressier to go with the pants too, because even though it's cotton in the front, it's got like a pretty sleeve on the side. All right. I wonder how many people have already clicked off from this video. I hope not many. Hey, listen, if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed to my channel, could you do that for me, please? If I go too long and I don't get to 1,000 subscribers, I might just end this because I don't know. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm enjoying doing it. I am. But there is going to come, push comes to shove. At some point, I'm going to be like, if it's not going to make any money at all, literally, like not even a penny, and it's not going to make any money till I have 1,000 subscribers and I don't know, something like 7,000 hours of watch time or something crazy like that. I don't remember what it was exactly. So if you tell your friends, tell your family, go subscribe. Then we'll eventually get around to the watch hours. Vintage America. Okay. I like the inside of those pants. I like it when there's like little extras. We've said this before on the channel, huh? I've already explained this before. These are just khaki pants. I'm trying to think if they were 3/4 length or, well, I don't think anything was 3/4, but some were a little bit shorter at the bottom and some went all the way to the ground. Realized how short I was. But there's a couple pairs of pants I put on and like my whole foot was still inside the pants and it was like folded out. I'm like, how long is this? I didn't pay attention to the tags in the store. If I was in the section that said that was like, because they only, divide them up by small, medium, large. I just grabbed whatever under small, medium, and large and tried it on. Whereas, and do you know why? Because these glasses were in my car. I have a pair of sunglasses that I actually like, that have readers in them. And there were no carts at Goodwill. And so I was scared that somebody was going to take my cart or think I've, watched me leave the building or something like that. I'm like, where can I put this cart? And finally, I thought, well, if I need to see better, I'll just put my sunglasses on. And that's what I did. But for the majority of the time, I just kind of squinted really hard to try to read. They're just readers. So I was just like, and that was going to be too much work to look at. So I just tried everything on. That's a nice cotton. This olive green is in style. It's in vogue because I had like 4 or 5 of these pairs or it was. Everyone's getting rid of them. I should say. Correction. All right. I got 2 or 3 maybe even. Really loose. This is so soft and very, very light. Has a little decoration in the front. I figured it would be nice and airy and breezy. I like the sleeve. That's cute. In the summertime. Ooh, this one smells good. I'm washing all the clothes before I wear them. But I did get these pants. And so I wanted to get a black shirt or two, and I think I might have something at home too. So I did end up getting at least 2, maybe 3 black shirts. This is what I'm saying. I would have gone through them had I realized how much I had, but at this point I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go bring food. I never thought of the cat once, but I thought I gotta feed my son-in-law. I did tell him when I left the hospital room, I said, now you have snacks and things in here, right? You guys brought, I know my daughter had a whole bag of stuff. I want to make sure he had stuff too. I said, you have snacks and things to eat too. And he's like, oh yeah, I've got, I've got something. I said, because I'm going thrifting. I'm not going back to your house. I'm going thrifting. And he's like, oh, I go, it's going to be a minute. Lolly's going to be gone for a while. And he's like, yeah, I got meat sticks. So I was just waiting for a text to come through from either my daughter or him saying, just ETA, when are you going to be here with dinner? And I'm just going to say, have another meat stick. I'm not ready yet. These are cute though, aren't they? Those are cute pants. Those are going to be cute. See, some of these were a win. This is a win. It's going to be really cute with this shirt. Nice. And I think it's so thin, it's cool enough, and it's cotton that I think I can just wear it every day. Not every day, not wear it every day, but it can be an everyday outfit. And then here's the other. I almost didn't get this one, but then I did. What is it? Torrid. I don't know. I figured it was simple enough, and it was lined. It has a lining inside of it, so you don't have to worry about some of these. Like this one, I'm going to have to wear a black tank top underneath it. So now all of a sudden it's gotten warmer, right? And I could wear just a black bra, but I think you're going to see enough of it through that I'm probably beyond the age that that's okay. So I'll probably wear a black tank top instead. So much to talk about. I got this for Easter. Isn't that pretty? It's my Easter top. Wear it with some white pants. I almost didn't get it, and then I thought, oh, I'm going to be down here for Easter, so it's only $5.99. I deserve it. Again, flowered, but cute. Cute cut in the sleeves. Simple neck. It's not the button down. Whatever. I can't even explain what Robin Brown wears. Sometimes I think it's just I think most of the time it's the cut and the style. But in addition to that, somehow she can manage to find a print that's just reads older. And I don't know how else to explain that. I'm sure that maybe I have a pattern in my closet back at home too that reads older, but then the cut and the style of it will not make it seem that old again. I don't know. Or maybe it does. Maybe I'm just frumpy. Okay, so I said I had 2 pairs of gray pants and I wasn't going to get 2 pairs of gray pants. But here's why. That one pair of gray pants, the very first thing I cut the tags off of, those are very thin. So they'll be perfect to go with my pajamas and I can leave it down here. These are much thicker. And they're Calvin Klein. They should last for a while. Just regular. I mean, they're probably workout pants. I could wear them like when I start going for walks again. That's another thing I have to add to my list. Not doing my wall push-ups. I'm not doing my squats. I will say that when I was in the changing room at one point, I had been down to do something and I thought, oh, as I'm in here changing, I should do my squats. Because when I was doing my squats, I was doing them like while I was waiting for the cats to finish eating or while I was like doing other things or as I'm in the shower. It's always a multitasking thing. I don't just stop and stand still and then do 40 squats. But I started doing them in the changing room. And I'm like, oh, my legs are sore. I mean, I've been working, I've been moving, I've been going about. And then I thought, or are they sore because I haven't done my squats in like a month? Oy. I do like those though. I mean, that's Calvin Klein. Those cost a lot of money originally. I'm very excited. This was one of my favorite tops that looked really pretty on. It just has, it's a little bit on the bigger side, but it just hung so pretty. And look at the back with the bow on the back. Yeah, that was really pretty. And it's a nice cream color. That's kind of what I was looking for to go with all these patterned pants, is colors that will go along with them but are solids. That wasn't easy to come across. It's another pair of pants. These are blue and white pinstripe. Cute, huh? Good summer pants. Okay, I did well. I'm not too dissatisfied with anything that I've shown you so far. No regrets. Yet. I mean, I didn't need that second pair of gray pants. I can justify anything. Oh, I spent $200, but I haven't been here in 2 years, so that's why. Yeah. I'm still on this health kick and / weight loss journey. So some of these might not fit me in the future. And if that's the case, praise Jesus. I will never be so happy to take something that I love and donate it. And then go thrifting for some more. I need mediums now because the larges are too big. All right, here's another cream blouse. The fact that it was as much money as it was made me start to think, wait a second, do I have some clothes in this pile that I meant to return? So this is kind of silky and pretty. There's not much to it, but has buttons down the back. It's pretty. Made in Thailand. I don't know the name of it. Doesn't matter. Really, name brand doesn't matter unless it's a company that really makes high quality stuff. Other than that, nobody knows the names, unless it's something like those Calvin Klein. It's going to be pajama bottoms for me, but like workout sweatpants type things where it says the name on the outside. Short of that, nobody's going to know if this is Zara or if this is some high-end designer off of Rodeo Drive or if this came from an old Kmart. Nobody's going to know. So it doesn't matter. But the quality will make it last longer. The other part of me liking brand name stuff is just I know that it once was expensive. So I got a better deal. I love getting a good deal. The thrill is in the chase. So one thing I got from my husband, I got him a Vineyard Vine shirt because he had it listed for $2.99. Might be too big for him, but I mean, there is no too big for him. He likes things big and comfy too. We're both sort of products of the 80s, even though really he's 7 years older than me. So we could say he's a product of the 70s. He's 70/80. That's what he is, really. That's the only thing I did for somebody else. Everything else is for me. Feeling regret as I'm putting this on a stream. So here's a pair of white pants, Talbots. I almost didn't get these because they were a little snug. But Talbots, I know it's going to last a while. They're capris. They're like a jogger pant, which again, either is coming back in style or recently came in style and now people are getting rid of them. But boy, the number of jogger pants that were out there. But I thought this would be a fun pant just to wear with like a pair of tennis shoes and any shirt, any t-shirt and whatnot would go with it. So I ended up getting them. And I thought, Jenny, you're still on your weight loss journey. It doesn't matter if they're just a little snug. And I could still wear them. I just don't like things feeling really, really fitted on me. Because I'm a product of the 80s. We had everything big, baggy, bulky pants, big, baggy shirts. Everything was big. And it's hard for me to get that out of my head. Blooming Italy. This looks a lot like that other white one. See, if I would have gone through this better, like I normally do, I usually go to like someplace in the furniture section or someplace where there's nobody in the store. And then I start laying everything out and looking at it and realizing what I have and get rid of it. But it is cute. Is it cute? This one has more puffy things on it, but so it is different. And white will go with my pinstripe pants, or I don't know if it'll go with this one or not. Yeah, I guess it could. I mean, I could just wear it with one of the solid color ones too. I could wear it with like this khaki green. Yeah. Okay. So let me tell you a little bit more about the baby. 8 pounds, 14 and a half ounces. Doc was right. He was big. The nurses were all surprised. Like, he was born and they were guessing his weight. They don't weigh him right away anymore. They do a whole hour of like chest to chest with the baby before they even take it to weigh it. I was like, well, they did. I mean, they only took him for like a minute, like right in the room right next to me, and just weighed him, measured him, did all this stuff, gave the little K12 shot or whatever it is they get, stuff in the eyes, and they were back. And I said, and I don't know. It's just different. It's just different now. She said that he got this, is it K12? There's some sort of shot that she'd agreed to. And she's not a big, huge fan of vaccines, at least early on. She's aware that there are benefits to vaccines. Yeah, she's on social media. So what can you do? All right. This might not look great, but it was really cute on me. So I got it. It's a good color for me. I look good in pinks and salmons and whatnot. So there's not much to it, but with the sleeves, it's a little bit wider and puffier. I just liked it. Yeah, that's it. I feel like I have to justify this to you. Doesn't it seem that way? I'm explaining why I got each item. Why, Jenny, did you spend so much money? I'll be honest, I don't remember the last time that I was at a Goodwill thrifting. I used to always thrift every time I came down here and visited my daughter. That's because she lived on the west side. And so I would head down to this Goodwill because it was really good. Whereas the Goodwill by her is like, it's all right. Yeah, it's a Goodwill. It's hit or miss. Uh-oh, here's my first mistake. This has holes in it from where they put the tag. If I would have noticed that, I wouldn't have bought it. Oh, it was a blue tag, so it was only $3. But still, I don't think you'll notice it. And I think I can probably even stitch it up and you won't notice it because of the pattern. That's nothing special. I'm not sure why I got that one. I'm trying to think. It might be because I thought it would look really cute with the white jeans, which it will. And then here's another white top. Now, all three of my white tops are a little bit different. This is so soft. Wow. Is it cashmere? Wow. This is really soft. And I just got this to wear with, again, had a little bit longer sleeves. To wear with one of those patterned pants that I got. Ruby Road. The brand is Ruby Road. I don't know. I'm not following what's in style in terms of, like, sometimes I'll know the name if it's a designer name and that I've seen that store at a mall somewhere. But short of that, I will tell you though, Ruby Road, go ahead and get it. Oh, this has a little tie in the front too. I don't like them when they're short and have a tie in the front. One, I'm not a huge fan of everyone seeing my belly, but two, I had a ruptured appendix back in 2017. So I have got a scar about this long that goes all the way down from about 3 inches above my belly button all the way down to where the sun don't shine. I don't know why they had to cut so low. But anyway, they didn't know it was a ruptured appendix when they went in. And then they were like, oh, surprise. Now we're going to do a spontaneous slice you open. It was supposed to just be laparoscopic and figure out why there was a fluid in my abdomen. Okay, this one I almost didn't get, but it did match the one pair of pants that had a pattern. And this has a pattern in it, but it's all the same color. But it has like little squares you can see. But because it was blue, so it was only $3, I decided to go ahead and get it. And I don't think I have anything this color at home either. To say, oh, I have something else that'll work. Like, I don't think I have anything this dark color. At least not that's nice. So it's very simple, but it's pretty. Yeah. And the sleeves were a little bit longer again. I did good on the long sleeve thing. I think I'm going to start going through some of my old t-shirts and things that have the shorter sleeves, and I'm just going to donate them to charity. We're almost done. You're like, oh my God, how much does this woman buy? I know. But you know what? I'll be honest. It's probably going to be a year before I do any shopping again, if not more. Well, trying to think the last time I thrifted. I did talk to you guys about it. It was down here. I don't think it was the last time I was here, unless I happened to pick up one or two things. Because I remember walking into a Goodwill and walking out with just a candle. This brand new candle, which was $5.99. It was probably too expensive, but there's a little part of me that's like, you can't leave a Goodwill and not buy something. It's a good cause. The money goes to help people. So they had a brand new candle that was nice, and so I got that. Oh, these were a blue tag. That's a good deal. Now they were $7 originally, but for $3.50, why were they $7? It's probably a designer brand. I don't know. There's no. Oh yeah, there is. No, it's just Express. These were really cute on me. Really cute pants, and look how you can tell how like thin and light, and yeah. Those will be good. Seeing they'll be good with one of those like white tops or whatever. Loose pair of white cotton pants from Focus Lifestyle. Sometimes on days like today, I justify and buy extra stuff because I hate trying on pants so much. I will say it's probably been 2 years since I bought any kind of pants for myself. And I know I've needed jeans, and I know I needed something for the summer. That's also largely one because I had the melanoma, and so I'm trying to cover up as much as possible in the summer. So lighter, airier, breathy clothes, and I can protect my skin better. 2, I have really ugly knees. And that's no joke. And that's not me just being hard on myself. I have really ugly knees. All my life I have. When I was 115 pounds in high school, I remember thinking, why do my knees not look like everyone else's? I don't have a cute little kneecap. I look like somebody took a baseball bat and just started whacking away. Like it's all lumpy and bumpy, and like there's just nothing cute about them. And the older I get, the heavier I get. And the more skin starts to sag and everything, like they're just getting worse. So I feel like I'm pretty much past the point of wearing shorts. Now, I have some athletic shorts that I'll still put on when I'm going to go do my morning walks, which hopefully I'll start again. And as the summer goes on some of those really hot days, it's nice to have shorts on. And so, and that doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me that I'm walking around my neighborhood, whether I know my neighbors or not. That doesn't bother me. It's more going out and seeing other people. I don't know why the neighbors don't bother me, but like friends might. In general, I've always thought I was a person who didn't care that much what other people thought. But it's funny, as I talk here to you about it, clearly I do care. I mean, it would be disingenuous for me to say I don't care at all what anybody thinks or what anybody what I look like or that. No, I do. And proof and point, I get up every morning and I wash my face to make sure that it's clean, and I apply makeup every day. And then I do my hair every day. My hair was really cute today. It was hanging down, but after trying on all the shirts, it started turning into a big hot mess. So I had to take it off. Oh, this was really cute. This was one of my favorite things I put on. It was adorable. I loved it. Knox Rose. I don't know what some of these brands are, honestly. I don't know if they're in like little boutiques or if they're just like an offshoot of another brand that you would just get at Target or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't care, because this I love and I'm going to wear a lot. Look how cute that is. Is just adorable on. Just adorable. It's my style too. I like things that are a little bit ethnic, like maybe Indian, definitely Spanish, like influence. I like tops like that. And the tassels, I mean, just this is me. This screams Jenny. So this was one of my favorite things. See, I could have gotten rid of some of this other stuff. And then I guess another pair of pants that's sort of that color. Oh, these were different because I figured these are going to look almost like I'm wearing a long skirt, which is something I thought about doing this summer too. I'm like, I'm just going to start wearing dresses. Those people who just throw on a dress. How easy is that? Get up in the morning and take a shower in that, and you just throw a dress on. You don't have to worry about, does something match, or is it too tight in the waist or in that. But then I realized I don't like the way my thighs rub against each other on a hot day. No bueno. I would prefer to have shorts or pants on. So this looked like, again, they're just like really light and loose and fun, but they're pants, but they have the slit on the sides, and my knee was above it. So it was just like the lower half of your leg, which made it feel like, when it's 90 degrees, that's going to feel lovely. And it's just different and unique. And that's what I liked about it. So that's why I got that. Because with that other pair that was similar to this in color, I'm like, I only need one of these. I'm like, but they're very different pants though. Aren't they, Amaretto? You going to lay on the shower curtain? Yeah, you like it, huh? She likes to lay on clean clothes. So if you do laundry, you got to put it away right away or keep it in the basket, because you take it out and put something on the bed, boop, 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 boom. Maybe because they're warm at that time. All right. Did I start a bunch of conversations and not finish them today? I'm not sure. But I finished. That is my haul of clothes anyway. I got some dishes that are black and a couple mugs that are black, some extra bowls that are black that match my black dishes that are at the place. I got a sign that says Happy Holidays and has different trees that are different colors. I figured it doesn't scream Christmas. It does heavily suggest Christmas. So I figured it'd be something that could go up after Thanksgiving and stay up probably through January, just because it doesn't say Merry Christmas, but they are like pine trees, but because they're all different colors, it would be okay to keep up through January. I've been looking for a wreath to put on the door. I want something on the front of the house that says, somebody lives here and cares. I got a flower box. My one sole flower box is there. And sure enough, Amazon delivered a package and put it in the box the other day. So they probably think the box is there for deliveries, which would make sense. I really just need to get it off the front porch at this point. But why? I'll tell you why, because it could blow away too. That other one did its acrobatic act and fall off and tumbled off and went down and made a right and then stopped and then made another hard right. I mean, I'm glad it did. I'm glad it didn't keep going down the street. I don't know if I would have ever found it. So I'm glad it blew into the back of my yard. I just don't understand how that happened. Hey, cutie. You like that shower curtain? Yeah. Let me show you Amaretto. She's a doll. She's got a full belly now because I fed her. Whoa, sorry. I shook that. There she is. I don't know which way to turn it. I have to do the opposite of what I think I should do. Yeah, hi, sweetie. Hi, beautiful. You're a good girl. Yes, you are. She's staring at it like, are you going to drop that big metal thing on my head? I understand. I understand why you're concerned. All right. I'm going to throw all this stuff away. Trying to think. I know I had some other stuff in my car. Oh, I got a strainer. Woohoo! But it's cute. It's red and it has black handles. I like that because I have a bunch of pans that have red. Oh, the name escapes me. It's like the plastic that like they make oven gloves out of that doesn't get hot, that you can anyway. Because I have red on that and I have red on some of the handles. I thought it was cute that I found this big red strainer with little black handles on it. I still haven't found a can opener. I think I'm just going to have to buy one. Just going to have to buy one. Did I tell you that my mom said she got a really good, my dad bought her one for Christmas. I guess she said she needed one. I have the old ones that are really nice. They have the like rubber handles and it's pretty big and chunky, but they work so well. And I think I told the story already. One of my girls said, none of the can openers I've had have ever worked well. We always had such a good one growing up. And I had two of them. I have two of them here. I literally think that when I married your dad, he had one. Because why would I get another one? So we've had them and I didn't get rid of it. So here, take it. And now I could use it. So my mom's like, oh, your dad got me one for Christmas one year, my stocking or something like that. She does like to cook, so it's not too weird to get her cooking things. It skips a generation. Not a fan of cooking. She's like, it works great. And he just got it up here at the grocery store, I think at Aldi or Acme or something. And I said, hey, Dad, where'd you get that from? And he's like, oh, Acme. Well, the Acme at the corner by them went out of business. It just closed down. I haven't even seen it as it's been closed down, but in the past couple months, it closed down. So no chance of getting that can opener. I do need to look at it, though. The next time I go over there after church on a Sunday, I have to remember to ask her if I could see it anyway, so I have an idea of what it looks like in case I can't find the one that I have. So that's the only thing I can think of in my brain in terms of the kitchen that I'm like, oh, I need. Other than that, I've been able to do minor cooking, mixing things in a mixing bowl. I don't have a mixer, but it's fine. I have pans to cook things on. I have a cutting board, all the basic necessities, serving spoons, wooden spoons. I even have a little honey dipper. Those little wood things that it looks like a honeycomb at the end, and you dip it in honey and the honey sticks inside of it. And then you just take the whole rod and you stick it in your tea and then stir it around and it slowly comes out and dissipates into the hot tea. I got one of those. $1.25. That was at a resale shop back at home. All the kitchen things were $1.25. So that's where I got the majority of everything I need. Yeah, I can't think of anything else besides that can opener. All right. Well, I'll be in touch with you. Amaretto's going to be summoning me up to the bed. She's probably up there right now because I don't see her anymore. She just got up from here. That's what happened last night. All of a sudden she was gone. I'm like, I don't know where she is. And I go up to the guest bedroom and she's sitting on the bed looking at me. And I'm like, you ready for me to get in bed? Meow. And then she lays up by my head, but she lays on my hair. And then I can't turn my head. And I asked my daughter, I'm like, do you wear your hair in a ponytail? She goes, she hasn't been up on my head in the longest time. I go, well, she's still doing it with me. She said that she started something new where she lays between Adam and her. I go, I like that. That means she's accepting him more. It's only been 4 years. I do notice that she will jump up and let him pet her and all that. It took a while. She's not a fan of men, so she has a backstory. But Chubbs, when we adopted him, our cat, one of our two cats, he was a rescue, and he was not fond of men at all. But he's much better now, and he's like my husband's. I think he likes my husband more than he likes me. So he got over it. And it's funny when people come to the house. I wonder if certain voices remind him of people and not, because every now and then there'll be somebody that comes in the house that does work or is a relative or a neighbor or something. And they come in and they're talking, and Chubbs will just come and he'll just sit across the room and just stare and look and pay attention to all of it. And other times he will run away and you can't even find him afterwards. So it must be the intensity of the voice that does it. All right, I have a picture here. Here's another. Look at this other picture of this little baby. Such a cute face. His head was tilted sideways on that one. It was cute. He makes these little funny expressions that just want to eat him up. I'm going to share a picture of my daughter and my son-in-law. Look at them. Proud parents. Mama and daddy. She's wearing these pajamas. They have shorts. She brought them from home. So there's like a button-down pajama top with short sleeves, and then she's wearing shorts. And she's like, no, I don't want it any warmer in here. So you gotta give it a week. You'll start sweating out all that stuff. Your temperature is gonna regulate, and you'll be back to normal again, because it is not like her to be this warm all the time. It's crazy. All right, so I was gonna show you a picture of Amaretto and I in bed, which I have no makeup on, and it's when I woke up in the morning, so I look horrendous. Yes, I'm prefacing it right now. But I woke up and I could barely move my head, and I was able to grab the phone and I just held it up and took a picture to send to my daughter. And then I didn't send it to her, but I showed her when I was in the hospital. I was going to send it to her and say, we're doing well. All is well. Here she kind of moved over, and now she's kind of next to me. Usually she's up higher above my head, and sometimes like half on my head. Like she almost like sits on my head and slides down. So she really pins my hair in place that I'm like, I am stuck in that position. So, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. There she is. So she's next to me. She's the cutest little thing. Adorable. Adorable. I don't know what she's going to think of this baby. And he's a boy. Not a fan of boys. Hopefully she likes this boy. I don't know what she's going to make of him. It's going to be interesting. I told my daughter, I said, I'd like to be there when you get home so I can like take a video and come in and see Amaretto's reaction. She just laughed. She's like, she's not going to have a reaction. I think she will. She has a reaction to she doesn't like other animals. Once my daughter brought her up to Ohio, the very first winter she had. Anyway, the first time she came up for Christmas. So I think we got her in the spring. So that Christmas she brought her up. And my son-in-law was there too. So they came up together. I think he flew in. I think that was the year that he was still finishing his business degree in California right after they got married. So I think he flew in, and then they drove back to Nashville together, and then he flew back to California for the last semester before he moved here permanently. So because I remember he was there, and he was there to help wrangle Amaretto into a carrier to get her into the car. Now, as they were driving, eventually she kept escaping from everything. They had the big cage thing on it, and somehow she'd get between things, and then she would be good. She'd be up in the front and just sitting on the little armrest thing between the two seats and just look around and watch. Like, she wasn't an escape artist. Like, she's going to get under your feet, because they say, like, don't have a cat open in a car because they're sneaky and they can get between things. They can get stuck in things. They can get hurt if you do any power seat moving. But most importantly, they can get under the pedals, the brake or the acceleration, and really that could be very dangerous, obviously, for not just for the cat, but just for the whole car and all the cars around, if you can't stop the car when you need to stop it, or if all of a sudden you're accelerating or can't accelerate when you need to, or whatever. But she was really good. She escaped out of every contraption they created for her to stay in the back of the car, but she came up in the front and sat there fine. But then she got in our house and she loved it. She was walking around until all of a sudden she sensed another cat. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. She pretty much stayed in my daughter's bedroom the whole time. And then we kind of kept her there. Both of my cats were just interested in her. They didn't care. They'd like walk over to the bedroom door and look in, and she'd see them. And they were like, and they didn't like run away or that. They just kind of look at me like, what's her problem? Why is she acting like that? Nobody does that in this house. So they were both very willing to be friends with her. She was having none of it. And it was a new environment for her, yada, yada. I feel like she knew she was infringing on their territory. So she was trying to assert her dominance a little bit, to be like, don't push me around. I'm a girl of the streets. To which Chubbs will be like, you don't know what I've seen in my life, little missy. Take a seat. Anyway, that was a little conversation I think that the two of them might have had, or really the three of them. Then there's Cosette, who just does her own thing because she's just kind of a wild, crazy thing. So yeah, so they're probably not going to bring her up again. But because of her reaction to the other two cats, it makes me wonder how she'll react to a baby, because it's obviously not an adult, which is what she's used to for humans. It would seem more animal-like, I would think, based on its size and the noises it makes and everything, but I'm not certain. All right, this is very late. I did not expect this vlog to go this long. I'm going to try to upload it. I hope I uploaded yesterday's and posted it. I don't even know. It's all a blur. By the time I got to bed, I meant to post it. If not, I'm posting that one first, and then this won't come out. So you'll be a little bit behind in terms of getting the baby news. And I'm sorry about that, but I just don't remember if I posted yesterday's. I don't even remember what it included. Oh, I think it was the locks, the door and the locks. I think I did post it, but I have another one that I was going to put together of just how to do the lock. I don't think I've edited that one yet. That one, sometimes they don't need editing. Like this, I'm not going to edit. I'm just going to upload it. But there are other times that I just have long pauses and I'm thinking, and certainly the one where I'm working on replacing the door lock, there's just a lot of time where I'm trying to screw things or unscrew things that would just be as boring as all get out to watch the whole thing. So I'll edit it. I noticed the last time I posted one, it was 2 hours long, over 2 hours long. So I'm sorry about that. Let me know down below what you think is the perfect amount of time. And I will try to keep it to that. Because as you can tell, Lolly has the gift to gab. I didn't realize those were, I wonder if all day they were folded over like that. Or if that's just because I kept putting all the clothes up to myself. Well, it doesn't matter at this point, does it? It's time to start to get ready for bed. I know there's something else I bought in the houseware area I was going to tell you about, but I, for the life of myself, can't think of what it is. So that's it. All right. Lolly, checking out. Oh, quick health check. I think I slept well last night. 8 hours and 14 minutes. That's well high. I mean, it had to be high after what we've been through. 92. So 92 is high. The question is a 90 and a 91 high. I wonder if all the 90s are high. I haven't read, I think I asked you guys that before and asked if somebody looked it up, but I haven't read all the comments from the most recent videos. I was only awake for 43 minutes. That's not bad, is it? I don't think. My REM sleep was 3 hours. My core sleep was 4.5. My deep sleep was an hour. That's good. 8 hours and 14 minutes. Okay, let's keep going on. I'm in the wrong area. Hold on. I need to hit information to see each breakdown. Okay, my duration, 50 out of 50. Look at that. Yeah, if you sleep for 8 hours and 14 minutes, you get all the points. I thought I slept well. Oh, wait to this. My bedtime, 20 minutes earlier than average. I was tired yesterday. I went right to bed. I didn't get done any. I told you, I still haven't done my soap notes. Last night, yeah, I was going to do stuff in bed. No, didn't happen. 30 out of 30. Now, I knew I woke up a few times last night. It says 7. I had 7 interruptions, 7 wake ups for 43 minutes total. So 43 minutes of being up. I got a 12 out of 20. That is the one that normally gets me. I wake up. Well, I think I'm waking up here because I can't move my head if I'm naturally wanting to roll over. So I think Amaretto's keeping me up. Back at home, I have 2 cats that will jump up and down. Not so much Chubbs. He's pretty much out for the night. He's like an old man. He goes down about 9. He gets up at he gets up with my husband. So he does get up when he goes to work, and that's early. So that's like 5 in the morning. But then usually he lays back down. My husband will feed him. I tell him not to feed him, but he feeds him. He can't help himself. He was always the one that would spoil the kids. I was the disciplinarian. All right. A high sleep score means you might not have slept perfectly, but you got the sleep you need. Your sleep was likely to be restorative and may also support your long-term health. Very good. Nice. What was your sleep scores? Write them down below if you're keeping track of yours. And so my hypothesis is that 90s are high. 50s are definitely low. 70s, I know, are okay. Are all the 60s okay too? That's what I got to see where the cutoff is. So I don't know for certain, but we know for a fact that 93 and 94 are both high. Oh no, this is 92. 92, 93, 94 are all highs. All right, it's a 9:45. I'm not going to get a good sleep score if I don't get to bed here soon. It's been fun chatting with you guys. All right. Love to you all. Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom. Okay, here you go. Every now and then in life, you just have to treat yourself. Even if it's silly treating because you're getting things at such a good deal that some people wouldn't call this a treat. But for me, this is a treat. To spend $200 in one day on clothing is not the norm in my life. But sometimes it's worth it to treat yourself because the peace of mind I have now that I don't have to go try all this stuff on, especially all the pants, it feels really good. And it feels good to get what you want. So every now and then, if you're the kind of person who pinches pennies and doesn't treat yourself, but you might treat other people, but you just don't want to treat yourself because I don't need it. Why would I spend money on it if I don't need it? I don't need this many new clothes, but it's going to make me happy. And I'm going to put them all to good use. And eventually they'll go on back to Goodwill and somebody else will buy them and the donation process will continue. All right. Treat yourself. Speaking of treating yourself, sweet tea, not on the diet plan. I treated myself. Now, and this is not something I would ever have done for myself. No matter how hungry I was, I would go home and make myself something to eat. I would never especially get the meal that includes the drink. Never. Like, I have a water bottle here in the car somewhere, or I have a bottle that's empty that I can fill up when I get to the hospital. They have the water stations everywhere. I mean, that's what I would do. So I did a double treat. for myself today. Financial double treat, I should say, because it was a triple treat. I got to see my grandson, and then a quadruple treat because my daughter was there. I mean, we could go on and on and on. Maybe I should change the words of wisdom to count your blessings, because it really kind of falls into that, right? All the little things add together. And although a very busy day it was good. It was good. It was definitely good. All good stuff. Sweet tea. Nectar from heaven. Honestly, that's so good. Good night, everybody. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.